A couple of years ago, I talked about the classic PBS Kids show Zoom, which aired from 1972 to 1978 and has become one of my most viewed TV logs. But now, can you believe it's been 25 years since its reboot came out? Well, prepare yourselves, because you called the tune. Here's a TV log of Zoom 99, aka the Zoom reboot. This is a Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews TV log. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome. I'm Doyle, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Back again with another TV log. Today I'm going to be talking about a series I have talked about before, but this time it's a new version of it. Yes, now, despite I never saw the original version of this long ago, because they stopped airing it in the year I was born, 1980. But when its reboot came out, I saw a teeny bit of it, but I couldn't catch on with it because I never saw the original series. Well, last year I started watching it on YouTube, and I've seen lots of episodes, just about every episode that's up on there twice. And I'm going to say it is just as good as the original. But anyway, it's got lots of fun stuff, just like what you got from the original series. So now, without further ado, I bring to you the reboot of the one and only Zoom, or as I will also like to refer to it as Zoom 99. Zoom, or Zoom 99 as I will call it at times, is an updated version of the classic PBS Kids show Zoom, which aired from 1972 to 1978. The show premiered on PBS on this day, January 4th, 1999, which of course was 25 years ago. And it ran for 7 seasons. And it features just lots of fun stuff, just like you could get with the original series. Now then, I will point out I didn't say about its production company. Of course, the show was created by Christopher Sarson, the creator of the original series, and was produced by WGBH Boston. Of course, that's the PBS affiliate that also did its 70s predecessor. Now, of course, this would be their second show to be airing as part of the PBS Kids block after Arthur premiered. Now, like its predecessor, this was a show that encouraged kids to turn off the TV and do stuff. Now, it featured a child cast, yes, because this was a show done by kids and featuring only kids. Each episode, they present a variety of types of content, including games, recipes, science experiments, and short plays, based on ideas sent in by kids and stuff like that. Now then, now I will say when it premiered, it was largely the same format as the original series, with many of the same games and continued to feature content and ideas submitted by viewers. Now, the second Zoom ran for 7 seasons overall. And also, this had lesser Zoomers than the original series did. The original series had 41 kids, or Zoomers as overall, but this one had 32 in total. Also, what's more, unlike the original, most of the Zoomers were girls than guys. The original Zoom had more guys than girls, but Zoom 99 had more girls than guys. Now, it completed taping a pilot episode in September 1995 with a different cast, which consisted of kids named Enid, Marcus, Haley, Esther, Daniel, Georgina, and Chad. You can find the full episode of that on YouTube. And it was circulated among funders by early '97 and aired on TV in November of that year. Now, of course, you can find the full episode on YouTube. When the Before 2004 was over with, as they were starting to film the 7th season, it was announced the show would be canceled. It was blamed on the rising competition at kids TV due to Disney Channel and Nickelodeon becoming so big, which resulted in a noticeable ratings decline. Its finale aired on May 6, 2005, after a total of 200 episodes were produced, without any reference of the show's ending. Now, the show continued in reruns of its final three seasons on some PBS stations until the fall of 2007, and then the show was removed instantly. Now then, the first three seasons had like a total of 40 episodes, and some had a few specials and what have you. The remaining four seasons had only 20 episodes. Now, of course, the third and fourth seasons consisted of having a special and what have you after the events of 9/11. Now, while the first season, on the other hand, had two very special episodes that were also released direct to video and what have you. They were Party with Zoom and the other being, a making of Zoom, which you can also find those on YouTube as well. And the same thing with the 9/11 specials. After season 3 had ended, they they filmed America's Kids Respond. And then the following year, just right when the fourth season was over with, but they counted as a fourth season episode overall, as the fifth season was currently in production. They filmed America's Kids Remember. So anyway, I really think this show was just so good. Now, when the show premiered, it came out with 7 Zoomers, like the original series had. Well, not counting the fourth season of the original, because you know the original Zoom's fourth season had 10 Zoomers. But each season had an overall total of 7. Now then, for the first season, the 7 Zoomers, the three guys were Jared Nathan, whom we sadly lost before 2006 was over with. He died in a car accident. May he rest in peace. Pablo Velez Jr., and David Toropov. The girls were Lenise Browder, Elisa Bescher, Keiko Yoshida, and Zoe Costello. Now, and they brought in all sorts of fun-filled stuff and what have you. Now, when the show started, they actually I will try and bring up the segments that were featured on the show before I go on with the series. Now, the segments that were on when the show started included Zoom Side, which that was kind of more like the Zoom phenomenon segment from the original series. Now there was a segment that kind of included phenomenon discoveries, but I'll get to that in a little bit. It was experiments to explore. Sometimes the segment features brain teasers or observation surveys, which call for viewers to send in results. Given the fact that one of the show's funders was the National Science Foundation, who had recently funded other PBS Kids shows like Green Rainbow, as well as two other shows which happened to be had recently come to an end, like The Magic School Bus and Bill Nye the Science Guy. Also, there was Zoom Along, which was featured in this first season, where it featured activities that viewers are encouraged to participate in along with the cast in real time. Now, some episodes featuring this have a cold opening, prompting viewers to prepare specific materials in advance. The next segment, now here's more segments that will be from the start. The Zoom Zinger, which that was similar to the Zoom Barrel segment, where it's challenges or interesting tricks viewers share. That was also the title of one of the first Zoom book 99 books, which you may have recently seen that I did unboxings of recently. Of course, there were 3 other books: Zoom Fun with Friends, Zoom Do's You Can Do, and Zoom Fun Outside. Next up is let's now I'll get to some that share the same name, but I'm going to do some others. Now, and there's Cafe Zoom, which is sort of like the Zoom Goodies segment, where it's simple recipes to make. There is another segment, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Zoom Playhouse, which is the Play of the Week segment, where it's skits and dramas by viewers and occasionally original productions and portrayed by the Zoomers. Now, Also, some of these were actually written by the Zoomers. Well, maybe not whole all the time, but on time at times they did have some. Some of the plays were even done in their secret language of Ubby which you add before each vowel sound. Sometimes Y as well, because they'll make the E or the I sound or the it sound. You get the picture. Let's see. And especially there was even musical plays, and especially one noticeable play called The Red Bench, which they did like 5 times, starting with the next season, of course, and going on to the sixth season. Then there's Zoom Chat, which was similar to the Zoom Rap segment from the original. It's a discussion on topics involving children's issues or questions from viewers. And Zmail, which that's was similar to Zoom Mail, where they share fan mail and answering questions from viewers, where you can send your ideas by email or Zmail, which of course that was one of their little address tunes, which of course features the familiar address jingle from the original. Well, the zip code, ZOOM box 350 Boston, Mass, and then 02134. That. What's up? Which that was a segment similar to what we got in the Tracy Asks segment from season one of the original Zoom in the Street. Excuse me. From most of the series run and the Zoom Views and Weather segment from season 5 of the original series. It features interviews from children that answer interesting questions. Zoom Vid, that was kind of in a way similar to the Zoom movie and Cinema Zoom segments from the original series, where it's home videos and short films made by viewers. However, mostly those were, well, almost some were animated, some were live action though, unlike what we saw with the O's. But there was one time I saw a Cinema Zoom segment on the original series that was live action. Let's see. Also, there was Zuma Cum Laude, which was in the first 2 seasons and then changed to Zoom into Action for the rest of the series. It paid tribute to children who accomplished some tremendous feat and volunteered in the community or did charitable deeds, respectively. In Zuma Cum Laude, whoever got nominated will receive a certificate in the mail. Then there's Zoops, where viewers share their embarrassing moments. For the first 3 seasons, blooper clips are sometimes shown here. The embarrassing moments were dropped after season 3 in favor of the exclusive exhibition of blooper clips from the rest of the run, although the blooper clips had also been featured since season 2. Zoom Tales, that was kind of more of a plural to the Zoom Tales segment, which was original stories written and illustrated by viewers, which of course we see, but only unlike the Zoom Tales segment from the original series, they're more animated and what have you. So, and that's that. Now, I'll get to some more that were added later on in the series. Now, the only segments that still remained the same as their original counterparts were the Zoom game, where you had games and activities that are fun for a group. The Zoomers sometimes form teams to compete with each other in relay races. Let's see, what else was there? A Zoom guest, which doesn't get often featured in every episode like the original, where it's a special feature of children with unique talents or hobbies, and Zoom Do, where it's creative handcrafts or activities. Anyway, yeah, that was what it was from its starting, what have you. Also included were also Ubby Dubby segments, where sometimes it was maybe short skits that uses Ubby Dubby. Occasionally, this segment is done like an advertisement, like they did on the original. Now, but sometimes there was skits and what have you, which they were really, really good. Also, they had more of this Fanny Dooley, which center on a character who likes any person, place, or thing or concept with double letters in it but hates its non double lettered equivalent. Since that stopped being used in the, well, about early on to the second season of the original Zoom, but this time they had it on for more and what have you. When one Zoomer appears, they say Fanny Dooley likes, for example, Fanny Dooley likes baseball, but she hates sports. And then and unlike the original Zoom, they add the question, "Why do you think that is?" They actually had a couple of plays with Fanny Dooley as well. Anyway, after the 40 episodes plus the two specials were done, the show went on for a second season in January of the following year, premiering on the same day, as a matter of fact. Now, Jared, Keiko, Pablo, David, and Lanice left, but they would, however, return for a little reunion the next to last episode. So Zoe and Elisa are still with the series for the second season. Then, and they were and they had five new Zoomers to take part. The guys were Ray McMore, Claudio Jimenez, and Kenny Yates. The girls were Jessica Jessie Ogunbadero, if I mispronounced that, I apologize, and Caroline Botello, who of course would be the longest running Zoomer and favorite of almost everyone if they've watched it. Well, the show, you get the point. Soon, the Zoom Alone segment was dropped, and they replaced it with Zoom Phenom, which went on for for the next two seasons, but got dropped from the fourth season, but returned in season 5 and continued for the rest of the series. So, apparently, in the Zoom Phenom, it's observations or phenomenon discoveries, which was similar to Zoom Sight or the Zoom Phenomenon segment from the original series. So anyway, the show still proved to be really, really fun. Then then on New Year's Day itself in 2001, Zoom was back for its third season. Zoe and Elisa left, along with Ray, Claudio, and Jesse. But Caroline and Kenny stayed on board, and five new Zoomers joined them. The guys were Eric Rollins and Kevin Buzz Barrett. The girls were Frances Drummond, Rachel Red, and Kaylee Cronin, who, of course, maybe some of y'all have seen this y'all grown up and on Broadway, what have you. But well, that's another story, you know. And while they brought some more fun stuff and what have you, this also introduced a couple of new segments, including the Zoom Snack, which that's similar to the Cafe Zoom, but more shorter, and that was more similar to what the Zoom Goodie was on the original series. And also Zoom Reviews Books, which is book reviews recommended by viewers and occasionally cast members. That lasted for this and the next two seasons. Yeah, that was also the last season to have, well, 40 episodes, plus the America's Kids Respond episode. In January of 2002, the show returned for a fourth season, but with 21 episodes produced, along with the later aired America's Kids Remember episode. Anyway, we said goodbye to Francis, Kenny, Eric, and Buzz. Well, maybe not in the way like they do with the original series did with How You Do, because that's another thing I forgot to bring up. Unlike the original Zoom, this does not have a choreographed musical number and what have you, which I know that's a shame, but hey, I'm an understanding person. They did do some songs at times and what have you. And so four new Zoomers joined Caroline, Kaylee, and Rachel for the fourth season. The guys were Estuardo Alvizares, if I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, Matt Gornstein, and Garrett DeBona. The only new girl to be added it was Aline Barra. They continued on with some more fun experiments. Then after they finished America's Kids Respond, well, I mean, remember, excuse me, I got that mixed up. I hate when that happens, you know. But Caroline returned for her fourth and final season, the fifth season, along with Alini, Estuardo, and Garrett. Matt, Kaylee, and Rachel left, and three new Zoomers joined in. The only guy that was added was Mike Hansen. The girls were Courtney Sumner and Elena Shinging Shaye, who, of course, would be the second long running Zoomer behind Caroline, who would go on to be in the final two seasons after this. Now, of course, this would be the last. Now, the Zoom Phenom segment was brought back. This would be the last time we would see Zoom Tales, Zoom Reviews Books, and the Zoom Vids segment. Those segments would be dropped after that. But anyway, they continue to bring us more fun recipes, plays, science experiments, games, etc., etc., etc. After that, the sixth season came along. Xing Ying, along with Mike and Courtney, returned, and four new Zoomers were added. The girls were Cara Harvey and Maya Morales, who unfortunately were only on for this season. But the two guys, however, remain on for the final season: Francesco Tena and Kyle Laro. Yes, and they continued to bring in more fun and what have you. I think what's one thing that made season six more fun was the birth of the Jim and Judy show. As if you are a member of my if you subscribe to my other channel, Zoom World, you'll know that I mentioned that, which is a funny little take on a classic sitcom with Xing Ying and Kyle as the titular characters. Very funny and what have you. After that, the seventh and final season would come along. Now, the fifth season started in March of 2003. The sixth season started in April of 2014. And in April of 2005, the final season started. And then soon we had Shing along with Francesco and Kyle back with four new Zoomers. The the only guy in the group was Nick Henry. The girls were Emily Marshall, Noreen Raja, and Taylor Garan, who who the following year would go on to be one of the players on the show that actually replaced this on PBS, and that was Fetch with Ruffman. Now, Taylor's actually done some other things. I know she did a movie, and I also found she recently appeared on the ABC sitcom Abbott Elementary. Anyway, they continue to bring us some more fun filled stuff. But soon after 200 episodes were produced and aired, Zoom came to an end. And well, it has never been seen again, but however, you can find almost every episode on YouTube. Just most of season one is lost, unfortunately. And as I've said, you can find all the specials on YouTube as well. Let's see. Yep. But anyway, I really thought it was really good. Well, give me a moment. I mean, unlike the original Zoom vid, I might not show you the, well, what stuff you can expect to see, but I'll show you the groups though. Here's a shot of the first season cast. There's Elisa, there's Keiko, there's Jared, Pablo, David, Lanice, and Zoe. Now, to counterclockwise look, that's the second season cast. There's Kenny, Jesse, Zoe, and Elisa, Ray, Claudio, and right in with legs spread out is Caroline. Oh, sorry, that was no you get the point. All right. Now, from counterclockwise, here's the third cast. We got Francis, we got Kaylee, we got Buzz, there's Caroline, there's Rachel, and there's Eric, and of course there's Kenny right there. Trying to give you a better look. Sorry everyone, I'm just trying to get it from my face. Sorry about that, everyone. But yeah, let's move on, shall we? Here's the fourth season cast. We have Kaylee right on top, and then from the middle we have Rachel, Garrett, there's Alini, and there's Estuaro, and of course, the bottom there's Caroline, and there's Matt. Here's the fifth season cast. From the top row, we have Garrett, we got Caroline, there's Courtney, and there's Estuaro. On the bottom, there's Xingying, Alini, and Mike. Now, this is best I can give to you of the sixth season, though. Yeah, there's top row, there's Kara, there's Courtney, there's Francesco, and there's Xingying. The middle is Maya and Kyle, and there's Mike sitting down. And here's the final season. We see Shing on top with Emily, and there's Taylor. The bottom, we got Francesco, there's Noreen, there's Nick, and Kyle. So there you have it. There's all the Zoomers of the reboot series. Zoom 99, I think it proved to be as good as the original that I wanted to check out. But anyway, I really loved this for what it had to offer, and it was a whole lot of fun. Just as much as the original. Which reminds me, let me give you just one more shot. Here's a little shot of the season 7 cast with some of the original Zoomers all grown up. Well, it was hard to tell, but if it hadn't been for Maura Mullaney, who you see that's the next to last standing right there. But anyway, here they are from left to right. There's Edith, there's Tracy, there's Timmy, Jay, Leon, Anne, wait a minute, maybe I missed one. I think it was, yeah, I think it's Kenny. Uh, I think I might mess up. And of course, there's more, and there's Bernadette. Oh, yeah, I'm in an error. That was Kenny who was right beside Tracy, and Timmy was right after Ann. My mistake. Boy, I hate when that happens. Don't you? Anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, if you want to see this series, then I'd say, as the theme song says, come on, give it a try. And if you got some kids to watch, get them to watch it as well. You can find every episode, except for season 1. Not all episodes are available on YouTube because episodes from season 1 are considered lost. Some episodes, not all of them, there's a few, and the specials as well. So anyway, Zoom 99. If you like the original Zoom series, then I think you should give Zoom 99 a chance. I think you'll really like it. Definitely. Now, and that'll do it for this video. If you've seen Zoom 99, let me know what you thought about it in the comments section below. If you liked the video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Also, if you're interested in Zoom, come on over to my other YouTube channel, Zoom World, and you can see Zoomer Spotlights I did on the original cast, and I've only done Zoomer Spotlights on a few of these reboot Zoomers, and other videos showing segments from episodes and what have you from a particular series. If you want to see the episodes, your best chance of a YouTuber to find them is ZoomFan1. That's the Zoom with the capital letters, fan in little letters, and the number 1. And, well, it doesn't have all of season 2, but there's also the Zoom season 2, but you can find those in this YouTuber's playlist, okay, if you're interested. So anyway, that's gonna do it. Again, tell me what you thought about it. Leave a like, subscribe, be a part of the Big D Nation. And that's gonna do it for this vid. I won't be doing any more until Saturday morning, so be prepared. Next time will be the Saturday morning TV log of Crow. So thank you for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out the TV logs for these other series. In the upper left-hand corner is the episode I did on Bill Nye the Science Guy. The upper right-hand corner is the episode I did on the original classic of the Electric Company, or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see the TV log I did on the original Zoom. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., as well as the TV log, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.